Hey there! Today we are talking about how to make your health goals happen. It's top of the year, we got the resolutions, we got goals going, but you might be feeling a little overwhelmed. You might think, oh, I want to lose all this weight and I want to get in shape and I want to stop spinning in my head and what do I do and where do I start? So I want to give you one simple and fairly easy step you can take to start moving towards your goals right now. In case we haven't met, I'm Kelly Page, certified transformational health and nutrition coach, and I help women feel lighter in their mind and body. And I want to do that by tackling your goals. Chances are you may have set out with some resolutions this year, or maybe you just have some ongoing goals, or maybe it's just time you just want to feel better in your mind and body. It can be daunting. You may have this huge goal and it's like, where do I even, what's the first step? I want to give you one step, not 20. I'm going to give you one that will apply to all of your goals across the board, no matter what they are. And it's easy, fairly easy. And all you have to do, if you really want to achieve your health goals, if you really want to simplify things, a good first step is to change your environment. Now, I'm not saying you have to go and pick up and move anywhere, but I'm talking about your physical day-to-day environment. What does it look like? Is it supporting the goals that you have right now? Let me explain. Let's say your diet is something you really want to get a handle on this year. Let's say you really want to lose some weight, or you just want to feel more energetic and have just a better feeling in your body. Where do you begin? Kitchen's a good spot. Kitchen's a really good spot. Now, when I say kitchen, I don't say candy store or, the processed food lane. It's really hard to achieve your health goals if you have all of these hidden mines in your house. If you've got the candy drawer, the junk food, the processed food, all sorts of sugars lying around. That's waving things in your face saying, eat me, try me. Are you really set on these goals? That temptation is hard because you may have a bad day. You may get triggered by the news, people in your life. And when you get triggered, we often have these automatic patterns that we are not even aware of that sends us directly to eat food to feel better. Now, if you're trying to achieve health goals and you've got some triggers going on and you're like, I don't know what you need to do because I just want to eat something to feel better right now. Imagine if you just didn't have the bad food in your house to eat to begin with. I mean, you're still going to have food in your house for sure, but if that temptation wasn't even there, that's going to make things so much easier for you. So see what you can do to remove the temptations that are currently in your kitchen. The sugars, the processed food, the packaged food. Now, I realize people live with people. People live with people who don't share the same diets, whether it's your child, your spouse, roommate. I understand everyone eats differently. So a good idea, if you're starting out a new way of eating, is just to explain like, hey, here's where I am. This is what I'm going to be eating. This is what I really want to avoid. And I know you love these foods. So can I ask you to keep it to one shelf or keep it in one area or take it somewhere I don't even know? My dad used to hide sweets from my mom. She would buy things at holidays, Halloween, Easter, various things, and she would get enormous bags of stuff and she'd eat it for a little while and then she'd tell my dad, please go hide these. And she on occasion would go on a scavenger hunt looking for them, but it would occupy her mind and her time, and then by the end she didn't even want it. So just make it easier for you to eat better. Don't put all of these landmines everywhere. See if at least your roommate or whoever you're living with can consolidate them. Put them one place, ideally maybe not at eye level in your refrigerator. Your refrigerator eye level, ideally is going to be your most nutritious food. Can you put the healthy stuff there? Can you put the greens? Can you put the vegetables? Can you put fruit at the eye level? Because that's where you go in and you're like, ah. Same goes with the pantry. So set yourself up for success. In addition to removing the landmines, the temptations, make sure you have the nourishing food in your house as well. Because when you do get triggered, I know it's not the same, but try eating some celery. I know for me, the crunch of celery makes me happy. I like to bite down on something, and that's better than a cookie. So set yourself up. Remove the temptation as much as you can, consolidate it, and then make sure you have the nourishing food in your house. It's the two ply. So we're talking about environment, how we can set your environment up to achieve your health goals. And just removing the landmines is number one for your diet. Now let's say you want to get into better shape. How are you gonna do that? Set yourself up, look at your environment. Is your environment supporting that goal? Do you have a home gym? And by home gym, it could just be a mat that you unfold and throw on the carpet or the hardwood floor. Is there an area in your house, in your apartment, your condo, whatever, that is conducive to exercising? Get that set up. If you don't get it set up, have it at least a visual of what that looks like in your house. You can get some cheap hand weights from Amazon if you don't have something like that, or even bands, things like that. You can exercise outside, but have a plan. And I also think a good idea is to sign up for some classes or a service, like a Daily Burn type thing, a Peloton app. I use the app and I don't even have a bike, but they have great classes on there. So if you commit to something like that, that can further motivate you. Committing to an online class time that you get up and you do that, that can be another good thing. But again, have your environment support this goal. If you're like, yeah, I have no idea how I'd have a computer and get a mat somewhere, figure it out, try it out. Come up with an area, design a little area that is all your own. And the other thing is, you can set a running outfit out the night before so that when you wake up in the morning, you see it. You see your running clothes, you see your running shoes. That's what I mean by setting your environment up. And the same would go for what you do first thing in the morning. How do you start your day? I know a lot of people are spinning in their heads right now and they're like, dang, I just want to feel calm. I get it. But tell me what your life looks like. Tell me what your environment looks like. When you wake up in the morning, are you first thing grabbing the phone, on email, checking the texts? Are you engaged in basically other people's business? That's what I call email. Email is responding to other people's priorities. It's not saying, oh, I want to do this. It's like, oh, what do other people want me to do today? So before you even reach for your phone in the morning, think about what you want your day to look like. Do you want to wake up and just be in reactionary mode immediately? Your mind is very susceptible in the morning, which is a great time for meditation, to really ground down into what you want your day to look like, even if it's just taking conscious breaths for 5 minutes to feel into your body and to get ready for the day. Wouldn't you rather get into your day from a really calm standpoint, from a centered, solid place versus what's going on and who needs me and what? It's a different feeling. So how you set your environment up for that, maybe you don't keep your phone in your bedroom. I never recommend keeping phones in bedrooms for lots of reasons, but you don't want the pings going off, you don't want the blue light, which can keep you awake. And also you don't want to wake up and roll over and just immediately get on email. So I always recommend keeping the phone out of the room. And instead of having the phone right next to you, have your running shoes at your feet or your meditation cushion. Set your day up, set your environment up so it's a no-brainer. Right now, your no-brainer might be phone, but how can you switch that? How can you switch that by changing your environment? running shoes out, meditation cushion, or maybe it's a meditation app that you turn on. I will let you turn your phone on for your meditation app. Now that's a good use of your phone first thing. So just think about it. It's a way of setting up your environment to make it easy, to make it so you don't have to think about it. Because what you're already doing, you're not thinking about the food you're eating. If you're not exercising, if you're blowing things off like that, think about how you want to feel and then make your environment reflect that. Now, why I say all of this is because we get on autopilot so often. We just have these automatic behaviors that are ingrained in us, hence they're automatic behaviors. Maybe you come home from work or turn off the computer after a day at work, and your automatic behavior is, I'm gonna grab a glass of wine, and you don't even realize you're drinking it. You don't even realize you're drinking the second glass or the third glass every day of the week. And you're like, you know what? I don't feel good when I do that. But it's just something you've put into your routine. So think about what's in your routine. If that wine is just like, oh, it's just what I do when I shut the computer down, can you create a new behavior? Can you not have wine in the house? You know, look at it from a lot of different ways. If you can't move the trigger, replace it. Maybe you take a walk every time you shut your computer down. Maybe you plan your meals for the next day when you shut your computer down. See what triggers you can put in place to create better behavior. So this is all just about shining light on what you want and what you don't want. Because if you want something new, you have to do something new. I always talk about that because I believe it. A lot of people say they want change, but they don't want to actually do the work. So you can do it simply, easily, by changing your environment to reflect what your health goals are, to reflect what you want to achieve. And of course, another great way to achieve your health goals is through accountability. Those classes are great because it says, oh, I paid for a class, I'm going to show up. I also think coaching is a great way to stay accountable, not only to set up the steps, but also to talk about it. Did I do the steps? I need help with the steps. I'm having trouble with this one thing. And that's what I work with women on, is setting up their steps and then talking to them about what happens. I can't do this one step. Tell me where I'm blocked. Share with me. I'm confused. I don't know what to do. So that's why I try to help people see a path forward so they can meet their goals, so they can feel lighter in their body, so they can have more energy. And if that sounds like you can click the link and you can learn more about working with me one-on-one to achieve everything you want in this year and beyond. But I hope you have a great day. I hope you set up your environment to reflect your health goals and that you get to achieve all that you want as well. All right, have a great day, everyone.